Hey guys, I am Daisho, and I am here with a gameplay commentary of Call of Duty Black Ops. And as usual, I'm not really going to talk about the gameplay because I don't feel like that's so interesting. Unless I have a really good gameplay, I'm probably not really going to talk much about it because you won't be able to learn that much from it. It's just kind of something interesting that you guys can look at while you listen to me for the next 7 or 8 minutes, approximately. But this was a game that I got not too long ago, and either way, as you guys can tell by the title, this is the newest edition of Storytime with Daisho, where I basically just read you a story that I wrote. So this one I just wrote a few minutes ago. Actually, I haven't written a story in a really long time, mainly because I haven't had any inspiration to write a story, I guess. I don't go out and think of things that I want to write a story about, but if a story is in my head, then I'll pretty much write it down, and that's what I have. Look at that dumbass, he just puts a claymore right in front of himself so he dies, just the same as me. I mean, because I didn't look at the kill camera or whatever, so I don't really know. Well, maybe he was just running past it, but still, I'm not really going to talk about that at all. I mean, I said I wasn't going to talk about the gameplay at all, and here I am talking about the gameplay. But anyway, Storytime with Daisho. I used to write stories all the time, and then I stopped writing stories for whatever reason. Not sure why, but I just haven't had any ideas. So this is not really a serious story at all. It's kind of just a joke parody of something, which I'll tell you after I read the story and try to see if you guys can guess it on your own what I'm actually talking about. So anyway, this story is called The Story of Locke. I know I'm very clever at titles. If I actually wanted to really write a story, then I would probably think of a cleverer title. But I definitely should have at least spell checked this because I haven't done that yet, and there's probably going to be a typo, and then I'm going to read it, and I'm going to be like, wow, that was dumb. And then you guys are going to be like, yeah, I'm just going to start. Okay, so here we go. Locke was a lowly chief. He had his small tribe to look after, and that is all he cared about. Sorry about that, little voice crack. He loved his tribe more than anything, and there's nothing he wouldn't do for them. One day, he was searching through the stores and came to a horrible realization. There was only water for a few more days. He needed to do something, or everyone in his tribe would abandon him, and he would lose all that he had worked for his entire life. He would not let that happen. Locke knew of a way to get more water, but it was very dangerous. He would traverse into enemy territory and use their well. There was a friendly well he could go to, but it was not too far away. There was no chance to get water there with the limited supplies he had left. No. He had to journey into the enemy territory. At first, his journey was uneventful. He made great time and would arrive there before nightfall. When he got to the well, he was making great time and was halfway done filling up when suddenly he felt a sharp pain in the back of his head. He was discovered. He woke the next morning and was somehow back in his own camp, but without any water. He was lucky that his enemies treated him so kindly, but he still needed water for his tribe. Like a madman, he wandered back into enemy territory. For the next few days, he did the same thing. Occasionally he was successful and made it back to the camp, with water, but the stress of working so hard to achieve his goals only to be smashed was too great. He had to find an alternative. And that's pretty much the end of the story. It doesn't really have a normal ending, I guess you could say, because there is no ending to the story. That's pretty much I mean, I don't like just writing stories that are simple and they just have a beginning, middle, and end, and they're just like random and average and whatever. Like that whole thing doesn't appeal to me at all. I'd rather write a story that you have to interpret your own way. So on second thought, I'm not going to tell you what the story was about, and I'll just give you a hint that you can all guess what it's about if you've been paying close enough attention to me over the past few weeks. And yeah, so it would be really cool if somebody actually got it and was able to interpret all the different things that are actually what means what and stuff like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But anyway, a couple of other topics that I wanted to discuss. I mean, this is such a bad transition, but anyway, if you enjoyed Storytime with Daisho, definitely leave me a comment, let me know that you liked it, and maybe I'll write another story eventually. But it's fun, and I like doing it, so I'll probably do it anyway, even if you guys say, Daisho, we hate this, stop talking about that, you're stupid, I hate you, blah 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 blah. Anyway, So the next thing I wanted to talk about was bananas, because I saw one, not today, it was actually a couple of days ago, and you know how they always have that little sticker on it with some random figure or whatever, and then it tells you what South American country they're from, because that's always where bananas come from. But anyway, so these bananas, they had that, it was like Chiquita or something like that, and they were from Guatemala. And then on the next sticker, I saw like a couple of English letters, and I was like, alright, what is that? And then it looked weird because it was upside down or something like that, and I saw it said we, like W-I-I. I was like, why would they have a picture of we on bananas? That doesn't make sense. Then I looked at the next sticker, and it was a picture of Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong, and it was actually an advertisement for Donkey Kong Country on bananas. So are bananas gonna be the next new advertising venue or whatever? No, I'm just messing. But anyway, I thought that was really pretty funny and clever, that they were advertising a Donkey Kong game on bananas. I mean, like, as if somebody who's buying bananas would specifically want to go be munching on a banana and then just be like, oh my god, I have to play Donkey Kong right now. I mean, I just don't understand that from a business perspective, how that would be helpful. But I guess moms buy bananas, and then they would be asking their kids what they want, and then the kids would see the banana and they would be like, I want Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong's the best. But I don't know, I guess I would kind of want to play the Donkey Kong game, but not enough to actually buy it, even though I do have a Wii. I haven't played my Wii in a really long time. That's terrible. I should probably pop in the Wii and play some Super Smash Bros. Pwn some noobs. It's always fun pwning noobs, isn't it? Don't you guys agree? But anyway, other topics. Okay, so this one, I think I responded to somebody in a comment, and I've actually been wanting to talk about this for a long time. It was because it was really funny. I found it so funny. When Infinity Ward was talking about making a Bare Bones playlist, everybody's like, yeah, that's the right way to go. And then it came out and it sucked because they still had perks or something. I don't know, whatever the complaint was that of the day. I don't know, people have different complaints every day. But anyway, and then everybody was like, oh my god, this is so terrible. Infinity Ward is the worst. Robert Bowling, I hate you. And it was a step in the right direction, but you messed up. So then Black Ops comes out, and they have this insane Bare Bones playlist and whatever, and I have seen, I think, one video based on Bare Bones, so that just shows how much the commentators actually know what they want. I mean, it just really shows that how much anybody knows what you want. You always want something that you don't have. But anyway, that's the final score. I mean, that's the end of the game. Final score was 30-7. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day. Bye.